Namaste everyone. Welcome to Sheetal Digital Ocean. Let's learn something new in this video. In this video, we will learn what is function, types of function, how to define a function, how to call that function.
Let's see what is a function. Function is a group of code that perform a task. The idea is to put some repeatedly done task together and make a function so that instead of writing the same code again and again for different inputs, we can call that function. Basically, a function is a set of statements that perform some task. For example, we need to find out addition of two numbers multiple times in a program. So what we can do, we just write down addition function whenever we want to need to find out addition at that time. We just call that function. Function allow codes to be called many times without repetition. There is a two type of function. First one is a built-in function and second one is a user-defined function. Built-in functions are those functions which are predefined. For example, alert, write. User-defined functions are those functions which are defined by user at the time of writing code. So in this video, we will see how to define and call user-defined function. To use a function, you must define it somewhere in the scope from which you wish to call it. Before we use a function, we need to define it. Let's see how to define a function in JavaScript. We can create a function in JavaScript using function keyword. The basic syntax of Java is shown on your screen. The function keyword goes first, then goes the name of the function, and then the list of parameters between the parentheses, and finally the code of the function, also named the function body. Function body enclosed between curly braces. Function parameters are the values received by the function when it is called. Parameters behave as a local variable. So what is a parameter? Parameters are additional information passed to a function. A function can have one or more parameters which will be passed by the calling code and can be used inside a function. You can pass less or more arguments while calling a function. If you pass less arguments, then the rest of the parameters will be undefined. And if you pass more arguments, then additional arguments will be ignored. A function definition is sometimes also called as a function declaration or function statement. So function definition sometimes is called as function declaration or a function statement. Before using a user-defined function, we have to create a function. Remember these points when you define a function. First one, function is defined with the function keyword. Second, function name should be unique and meaningful. Third, a list of parameters to the function enclosed in the parentheses and separated by commas. Fourth, function body is enclosed in curly braces. Let's repeat these points. First one is function is defined with the function keyword. Second, function name should be unique and meaningful. A list of parameters to the function enclosed in parentheses and separated by commas. Fourth, function body is enclosed in curly braces. If you want to use a user-defined function, you need to create a function. Let's see how to create a function. Here we create a one function demo. The function consists of one statement that says to write, "Are you happy?" In second example, the function add takes two parameters called a and b. The function consists of one statement that says to write addition of a and b. In third example, the function add takes two parameters called a and b, and the functions consist of one statement that says to return addition of a and b. We will discuss more about the return statement later in this video. Create a sum function for your practice, like function for multiplication of three numbers. Create a function to find out the area of square. Create a function to show alert box. So please create a sum function for your practice purpose. Now defining a function does not execute it. Defining it simply names the function and specify what to do when the function is called. If you want to use function, you need to call that function. So let's see how to call function. We can call a function by using the function name separated by the value of parameters enclosed between parentheses and semicolon at the end. Calling the function actually performs the specified actions. For example, if you define the function demo, you should call it as a demo. Second function definition called like this, and third function definition called like this. In second example, what happened, 10 and 20 value passed to the function definition. So value of a becomes 10 and value of b becomes 20. In third example, statement calls the function with an arguments of 10 and 20. The function executes its statement and return the value 30. Now let's see more about return statement. There are some situations when we want to return some values from a function after performing some task. In this situation, we can make use of return statement in JavaScript. This is an optional statement and most of the time the last statement in a function. You can use return statement if you want to return a value from a function. The syntax is return and then value and then semicolon. The return statement begins with keyword return, then value. We can use an expression also instead of directly returning the value. The return value is returned back to the caller, means returned back to the function definition. Look at our third example with the function named as a add. This function is calculating and returning the addition of two numbers. Let's see the practical. watching this video. See you guys in the next video.